A robot might decide your next job application before a human ever sees it. Right now, as you're watching this video, thousands of job applications are being processed not by HR managers with coffee cups, but by sophisticated machine learning algorithms that can scan, analyze, and reject resumes in milliseconds. If you've ever wondered why you never heard back from that dream job, or why some candidates seem to effortlessly land interviews while others with similar qualifications don't, the answer might lie in the invisible world of AI-powered hiring systems. Today we're diving deep into how these algorithms work, why they're becoming the gatekeepers of employment, and what this means for your career future. Let's start with the numbers. According to recent studies, over 75% of large companies now use some form of AI in their hiring process. We're talking about giants like Amazon, Google, Unilever, and IBM. These aren't just tech companies anymore. Banks, retailers, healthcare organizations, and even government agencies are jumping on the AI hiring bandwagon. But why? The answer is simple: scale and efficiency. Imagine you're a recruiter at a major corporation. You post a job opening and within 24 hours, you receive 1,000 applications. Traditionally, even spending just 30 seconds per resume would take you over 8 hours. Now multiply that by dozens of open positions, and you can see why companies are turning to machines for help. So how exactly does an AI system read your resume? It's actually a fascinating process that happens in several stages. Stage 1. Parsing and extraction. First, the algorithm converts your resume into structured data. It identifies sections like education, work experience, skills, and contact information. Advanced systems can handle different formats, whether you submit a PDF, Word document, or even fill out an online form. Stage 2. Keyword analysis. The system then searches for specific keywords and phrases. If the job requires project management, the AI looks for variations like managed projects, project coordinator, or PM experience. It's not just looking for exact matches. Modern AI can understand context and synonyms. Stage 3. Pattern recognition. Here's where it gets sophisticated. The algorithm analyzes patterns in your career progression, education level, years of experience, and even the companies you've worked for. It's creating a comprehensive profile of who you are as a candidate. Stage 4. Scoring and ranking. Finally, you receive a score. This might be a number from 1 to 100 or a simple pass/fail. The highest scoring candidates get sent to human recruiters, while others are automatically rejected. The entire process takes seconds. What would take a human hours to evaluate, AI can process in the blink of an eye. But here's where things get problematic. These AI systems aren't neutral judges. They're mirrors reflecting the biases present in their training data. Machine learning algorithms learn from historical hiring data. If a company has historically hired more men for engineering roles, the AI learns that male candidates are better fits. If past successful hires came from certain universities or had specific internship experiences, the algorithm starts favoring those characteristics. This creates a vicious cycle. Past discrimination gets encoded into the algorithm, which then perpetuates that discrimination into the future. It's like teaching a robot to be biased without explicitly programming it to be. The bias manifests in several ways. Gender bias, penalizing resumes with gaps that might indicate maternity leave. Racial bias, discriminating against names that sound ethnically non-white. Socioeconomic bias, favoring candidates from expensive universities or prestigious companies. Age bias, screening out older candidates based on graduation dates or lengthy work histories. These aren't just theoretical problems, they're happening right now in major corporations. Amazon's resume screening tool. Perhaps the most famous example is Amazon's AI recruiting system, which the company scrapped in 2018. The algorithm was trained on resumes submitted over a 10-year period, during which male candidates dominated the applicant pool for technical roles. The system learned to systematically downgrade resumes that included words like women's, such as women's chess club captain, or women's soccer team. It essentially learned to discriminate against women. HireView's video analysis. HireView, a popular video interviewing platform, uses AI to analyze candidates' facial expressions, voice patterns, and word choices. However, research found that the system could be biased against non-native English speakers and people with different cultural communication styles. The company has since moved away from analyzing facial expressions due to these concerns. LinkedIn's recruiter tool. Studies found that LinkedIn's search algorithm was more likely to show men's profiles to recruiters searching for candidates in certain fields, even when women had identical qualifications. This wasn't intentional discrimination. It was the algorithm optimizing for what it predicted recruiters would click on, based on historical patterns. The consequences are real. Qualified candidates are being filtered out before humans ever see their applications, potentially missing out on opportunities that could change their lives. Fortunately, companies and researchers are working on solutions. The fight for fairer AI hiring is happening on multiple fronts. Companies are developing bias detection tools that audit algorithms for discriminatory patterns. Some use adversarial testing, intentionally trying to find ways the system might discriminate. Others implement fairness constraints that ensure the algorithm doesn't favor one demographic group over another. Organizations are being more intentional about their training data, ensuring it includes diverse successful hires rather than just historical patterns. Some companies are even using synthetic data to balance out underrepresented groups. Many companies are moving toward hybrid approaches where AI handles initial screening, but humans make final decisions. This allows for efficiency while maintaining human judgment for nuanced situations. Unilever redesigned their hiring process to focus on skills-based assessments rather than traditional credentials. Their new system increased diversity in hiring while maintaining performance standards. Similarly, companies like Perpetuates use neuroscience-based games to assess candidates' cognitive and emotional traits, reducing reliance on resume screening altogether. This brings us to the central tension in modern hiring: efficiency versus fairness. Proponents of AI hiring argue that these systems process more candidates faster, potentially giving more people a chance to be considered. They can identify qualified candidates who might be overlooked by human biases or time constraints. Some research suggests that when properly designed, AI can actually be more fair than human recruiters, who have their own unconscious biases. Critics worry that optimizing for efficiency inevitably leads to oversimplification. Human potential can't be reduced to algorithms. They argue that AI systems miss context, nuance, and the kind of potential that might not show up in historical data patterns. Many experts suggest the solution isn't choosing between efficiency and fairness, but redesigning systems to achieve both. This might mean accepting slightly slower processing times in exchange for more equitable outcomes, or using AI to expand the candidate pool while relying on humans for final decisions. So what does all this mean for you as a job seeker? First, recognize that your resume might be read by a machine first. This means being strategic about keywords, using standard formatting, and ensuring your experience clearly matches the job requirements. But don't just stuff keywords, good AI systems can detect that. Research the companies you're applying to. Some are transparent about their use of AI in hiring. Look for companies that have publicly committed to fair AI practices or that use more holistic assessment methods. Focus on demonstrating concrete skills and achievements rather than just listing credentials. Many progressive companies are moving towards skills-based hiring, which can be more fair and give you better opportunities to showcase your potential. Remember that this technology is still evolving. The biases and problems we see today aren't permanent features. They're challenges that the industry is actively working to solve. Your voice and experience as a candidate matter in pushing for more fair systems. The future of hiring is being written right now, and it's being shaped by the choices companies make about their AI systems. While the current state of AI hiring has real problems, there's also tremendous potential for these tools to make hiring more fair, efficient, and inclusive than ever before. The key is ensuring that as these systems become more powerful, they also become more just. That requires ongoing vigilance from companies, researchers, policymakers, and candidates like you. What's your experience with AI hiring? Have you noticed patterns in your job applications that might suggest algorithmic screening? Share your stories in the comments below. And if you found this video helpful, hit that subscribe button. We're diving deep into how AI is changing the world of work, one algorithm at a time. The robots might be reading your resume, but humans are still making the rules. Let's make sure those rules work for everyone. Subscribe for more videos about AI, careers, and the future of work.